Hello and welcome to the second and last of my two sports broadcasting podcasts, where I'll be discussing the myths, cliches and stereotypes of athletes' characteristics in one medium of media. Our focus today will be aimed on racist undertones within articles and headlines of newspapers. Grainger et al. Stated that race has been one of the most important areas of inquiry in the field of sport and mass media. This is a common occurrence in tabloid newspapers such as The Sun. This is particularly evident when they create stories based on the young England footballer and Manchester City star Raheem Sterling. In one instance, he made their front page headlines of The Sun in 2018, which read, "Raheem shoots himself in the foot." This is after a tattoo on his leg of an M16 rifle was revealed in an England training session ahead of the 2018 World Cup. The paper accused him of promoting gun violence with what they called a sick tat. This is an assumption of the meaning of the tattoo without actually consulting the player himself. It would be safe to assume that this headline was based on a stereotype around black people and gang violence, especially as Sterling grew up in London. Sterling later cleared this up on his Instagram story, stating that the tattoo was an ode to his late father, who was shot dead when he was 2, and that he was placed in this position because he shoots with his right foot. Hall, in 2013, said that representation can be understood as intentional, where the meaning is imposed by the author. What are the ideologies behind such meanings? This makes us question if the authors implied these undertones on purpose in a malicious and racist way. Grainger also said that another way racial stereotypes are played out is by the presence and success stories of black athletes. This is also a prominent theme in Raheem Sterling's relationship with the media. If he's seen to be spending the money he earns through playing football, he's seen as flashy and undeserving. Then the polar opposite, if he's seen to be spending his money like a normal person that didn't have his level of wealth, he's portrayed to be a cheapskate. A headline from the Daily Star reads, "Raheem Sterling splashes out on £3 million mansion after EasyJet and Poundland savings." This shows that clearly that Raheem Sterling cannot do right from doing wrong within the eyes of the media. In the same headline, he has come under fire for both being modest and trying to save money by using budget stores and airlines, as well as being villainised for spending the money he's rightfully earned on a good home to build his family. If this was a white athlete, would they be receiving the same treatment in the media, or would they get celebrated for being successful at such a young age and get labelled as a wonder kid or the next big thing? An example of this would be Phil Foden. Farrington et al. Said that rather than creating a rivalry for sports journalism, television has helped create a culture in which sports stars are both athletes and celebrities, and they take centre stage. This causes news outlets to delve deeper into the private lives of athletes that are performing and try and create any controversy around their name, because they know that the story will sell. Unfortunately for black athletes like Raheem Sterling, the stories will tend to focus more on them, as a typical tabloid paper reader would rather see the slander of a black athlete than a white one. It's obvious this happens when the media constantly attacks his relationships, with headlines about him cheating and then being back with his girlfriend and putting him under fire to make him look like a bad person. Thank you for watching my podcast on the myths, cliches and stereotypes of black athletes and characteristics within newspapers.